Spent the last couple of hours breaking down Shelby Sapp's ads that she's using for our $5 million a month coaching business. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through some of the biggest takeaways I found after breaking down all of our ads so that you can implement these systems into your business and start to see better conversions, better profitability from the ads that you're running right now. So the first main thing that I noticed when I was breaking down these ads is the repetition of her zero to hero story. So literally in majority of all the ads you would see on Shelby Sapp's channel and the different ads that she's running right now, you're going to notice that she keeps repeating this statement over and over again, where she's talking about how she went from making $8 an hour as a barista to being a millionaire at 24. And she repeats that over and over again. And if you look at anybody else in this space that is doing multiple 8 figures per year from their coaching businesses, especially when they are targeting mass markets and they have some type of business opportunity they are selling, that constant repetition of their zero to hero story is a very key component in their marketing message. So like Bill Rivera will say something like, oh, it was a felon at 17 to becoming a millionaire. We have clients that do something somewhat similar, say, oh, I was making $45 per hour as a nurse and now I'm making multiple 6 figures per month, and so on and so forth. So you want to constantly repeat that zero to hero story, because that's how you're going to be able to stand out in the marketplace, because nobody else has your story. Plus, when you use stories, people can connect with you a lot more, people can resonate with you a lot more, and it just really helps the conversions across board. So you see how repeats this statement over and over again. And like I said, look at anyone who is doing some serious numbers right now with their coaching businesses. They're going to be saying the same things. The guys at AI, I forgot the name of that company, but it's a company where they help people start an AI agency, something along those lines. And they literally say, oh, I went from working corporate 9 to 5 to becoming a millionaire at XYZ age. So that constant repetition of that zero to hero story is very important. So I will encourage you to incorporate this more into your ad scripts. And then even for us, for our partners, we're going to be doing this a lot more for them too as well in their ad scripts. When it comes to our image ads, these are the kind of image ads that she's running right now. It's just basically usually images of herself that just talk about the outcome that our target market wants. So you can see a couple of things are happening here, right? She's talking about woman, which is an ICP, who wants X outcome. They want to work remotely and actually have control over their schedule. And then she invites them to the call to action, which is inviting them for the free class or for the free mastermind, which works really well. And you can see the exact same thing done here too as well. A simple selfie image. If you're a woman who wants XYZ and you want to do this without being chained to your desk or someone else's schedule, then you should basically attend my free live masterclass. So images were about 20% of the entire ads that she was running. Majority of the ads were video ads, but she had about 20% of them be images, and majority of the images were stuff like this, where she's breaking down just the outcome, the ICP, and what she's inviting them to. So for example, if you wanted to do this for a med spa client, for example, it would be, oh, if you're an RN or an MP and you want to work on your own schedule, then I'm hosting a free masterclass where I'll break down how you can do that. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And this works really well. The next thing too as well is there's certain professions, especially when you have an offer that is mass market, there's going to be certain professions where they feel that pain point of working a draining 9 to 5 or not being their own boss, not getting paid enough for the amount of time and effort that they put in. They feel that pain more than anybody else. And those types of people are always going to be more open to ads or business opportunities. Some examples is nurses, teachers. Those two people, they work so hard, they don't get paid nearly enough. They're working overtime sometimes just to keep up. They feel that pain points the most. And if you can call out those types of people in your ads and in your marketing message, or if you just focus on those people only, you're going to see a lot better results, because you're going to be attracting people who are feeling the most pain in the marketplace. Like nurses, literally, they can't wait to leave their jobs because it's just so draining and so exhausting, and they're not getting paid enough for the work and time and effort they're putting in. So you literally want to call these people out in your ads. If you can have a system where you call them out in your ads, you're going to see some really good conversions. Plus the fact that nurses kind of have money, not really, but they at least have like a base level of intent. And if Facebook can push your ads to a lot of nurses because you mentioned them in your ads, then you're going to be in a really good place, because it just means you will get people who are feeling the most pain. And those who are feeling the most pain are the ones who are likely to purchase and buy from you, because they just want to get out of that pain as much as possible. And nurses, teachers, they're the ones who feel this pain the most. So if you can call them out in your ads, then you'll be in a really good place too as well. Another thing we noticed too as well with Shelby is content ad strategy. So she's very aggressive with her content. She's posting content on IG multiple times. She has millions of followers on her Instagram and the other platforms that she runs like content for. And You notice some of these ads are just basically our content pieces that we add call to actions to. And I guess it was Omozi that said it, that majority of the content you would see out there, if the content should work well, then it means it's going to work well as an ad too as well. So any content that goes really viral, they usually flip them into ads. And that's how Shelby's team probably does this. So this works insanely well. Another thing in addition to this is, and one thing we also do for our own clients, is if you have a thing where you have like about 20 to 30 pieces of content that have done well, you could literally run this as an ad to a lot of people, and then you grab anyone who watches 50% of these content pieces. You can now retarget them with more direct ads that just tell them about your offer and push them to a call to action, literally. So that's another thing you can do too as well, especially if you're very aggressive with content. So not only can you repurpose your best content as ads, but if you have like actual valuable content that is doing well, you can push that to a lot of people. And then about 50% of people who watch 50% or more, you can now retarget them with more direct ads to your offer. So she's doing both of those things from what I saw on her Facebook ads library. And that's a very good strategy to implement. The next thing is, you'll notice there were a lot of direct ads as well that just give people the full picture. So these ads will usually be about 2+ minutes long, and they literally walk you through step by step exactly everything you need to know about the opportunity and about her offer. So much so that if they didn't even have a webinar funnel, because they use a webinar funnel right now. If they didn't have a webinar funnel and all they had was an instant form, right, and people were applying to speak to like a sales team from just directly that ad, that is enough info to get someone on a sales call pretty much. So you want to have those type of direct ads too as well. Direct ads that talk about their problem that the market is facing, or if you're facing XYZ pain points, if you want to live like the remote life, if you want to do work from home, if you're tired of your 9 to 5, if you want to make more income without quitting your job, these are different pain points. Talk about the solution. Oh, there's this new opportunity that is going to help you achieve XYZ. And then she talks about the comparison to others, which is very important. So you always want to compare your opportunity to all the other opportunities out there. So in Shelby's case, it's remote high ticket sales, and she's comparing that to cold calling, to real estate sales, to insurance sales, all the other kinds of sales that are out there where you have to maybe call leads. This cold calling is not as warm as high ticket sales. So she's doing that comparison in that ad so as well. And then she goes ahead and also talks about her offer within the ad so as well, that she can help you get into the industry and give you everything you need to get into the industry. Then she now invites them to the masterclass. So you want direct ads like this too as well, just because you're going to have different people at different awareness levels, and we'll get to that. And these kind of ads are going to tailor towards people who are more aware than other people who are just like problem aware and solution aware. And I'll break what I mean down in a second. So she has a lot of direct ads like this, and that tends to work really well in my experience. Another thing you will notice about her, just her as a person, is she has so much conviction in the way she speaks in these ads. Like there's just so much conviction in how she talks, and you can't just like show up to your ads and talk like you're about to fall asleep or anything like that. You have to actually speak with conviction, like you mean what you're saying, and you can sound very passionate about what you're actually saying. So it's extremely important for that to be a piece. And it's just one major thing I noticed from just watching the ads and watching multiple ads from her. She has so much conviction in how she speaks. Whenever you hear her say anything on the ads, she sounds like she actually means what she's saying. And that's a really good trait to have, especially if you're going to be speaking on camera and like making multiple ads for your business. Then another thing you'll notice is the remote sales industry is not new, right? It's been a thing for a long time. So a lot of people in this market are very sophisticated. So there's something called sophistication levels, and you need to tailor your marketing messaging based on these sophistication levels. So level 1 is a brand new market. There's literally nobody else. You just need to tell them, oh, I can make you money online, and then you're good to go. But you can't say that anymore and get anybody's attention right now, because a lot of people are already promising they can make you money online. So that's stage 1. Stage 2 is to make a bigger claim. You can say, oh, I'm going to make you $10,000 in 30 days. That's a bigger claim, but you can't say that anymore again in the marketplace, just because a lot of people are already promising that. So you take that one level higher, and instead of saying, oh, I'm going to make you $10,000 in 90 days, you now introduce your differentiator, which is your mechanism. So I'm going to make you $10,000 in 30 days using sales. That's a differentiator right there. But in the market right now, it's even one step higher, because there's a lot of people who are also promising that they can make you $10,000 a month with sales. She now took it one step higher and say, oh, it's not just sales, it is high ticket sales. And high ticket sales is different from XYZ type of sales. So it's not insurance sales, it's not cold calling, it's not real estate sales, it's high ticket sales. You speak to one prospect instead of cold prospects. You don't have to go door to door. It's high ticket packages. So if you charge 10% of that and you get a commission, you get a lot of money from doing that. So all of those things is how she's now differentiating from the level 3 stage, where you just need to tell them, oh, you can make them money with sales. So that's the state the market is in right now. And if you notice, majority of our ads fall under this level 4 category, and she's actually saying that inside of the ads too as well, where you talk about the actual differentiator between you and your competition. So this is level 4, and what you say or don't say in your ad just depends on the level that the market is in. So if you're teaching somebody how to make money online, literally, you're in level 4 right now. It depends on the way you're helping them. Let's say you're helping them make money online with a very new, unique way that nobody has heard before, and that's totally fine. But if it's the common things like Amazon, drop shipping, you usually have to find something else that differentiates your method of drop shipping from all the other types of drop shipping. Like we have a client right now that we help her scale. She helps people start med spa businesses. So we can't just say help you start a med spa business anymore, because it's already saturated. We have to say a different type of med spa or a different mechanism involved in how we help people start med spa businesses. So it has to be extra unique compared to just med spa business. So that works insanely well for this particular client as well. And this is literally what you see in her hat. And she actually talks about that concept within the ad itself, which makes it really good for her in this case. So like I said, what you say or don't say in your ad, it just depends on the level of sophistication that you have in your marketplace. Then there's a clear differentiator here. And she always says like, oh, this is only for women. Don't register if you're a man. It's just narrowing down on an ICP. I'm pretty sure even if she doesn't say that, just because of the kind of pain points she's talking about and stuff like that, she's talking about, oh, so you can have like more savings and have like, you can increase your savings. Like women are the ones who are more keen to messages like that. So even from our messaging alone, it's keen to only women, but she also called that out in the ad so as well. So she clearly differentiates that this is not for you if you are below this threshold. And I think that is really important because it just helps you get more of your ICP. And I truly believe she was the first person to make a sales program that is strictly for women. So that's another way that she's been able to differentiate herself from our other competitors, because she can just say, oh, this is specific to you as a woman and everything I do is only for women. And I'm pretty sure if you go through our program as a man, I'm sure you can get the same outcomes, but it just helps if you can narrow down on a very specific ICP, and you'll see better results when you do that. And then if you call them out in your ads, like if you notice the examples I was showing you earlier too as well, where she's saying if you are a woman making XYZ, she's calling them out in the ads too as well. And that just really helps, because it allows you to get more of the kind of people that you want, especially in today's day and age, where with the Facebook algorithm right now, if you say anything in your videos, it's literally going to show your videos to that specific type of person. So it's very important to call out exactly who you want in your ads and repel away those that you don't want in your ads, and be very direct and specific about it. The next one is there's a key repetition here of the same sales arguments over and over again inside a lot of our ads. I believe there was a marketer that said you would get tired of your messaging before your market gets tired of your messaging. And it just should give you some more confidence with running ads, because once you find the messaging that works, you need to basically repeat that messaging over and over again in different types of ways. Literally in every single ad, she's talking about the same thing, right? How high ticket sales is the best kind of sales there is, how you can work with warm leads, they're booking calls directly on your calendar, you can work from anywhere, and so on and so forth. She's repeating the same concepts over and over again in every single one of these ads, and it just repeated multiple times. So this is a big thing, because instead of you trying to look for that unique new angle every single time, once you find one that hits with the marketplace, that you get some viral ads from, you can basically rinse and repeat the same concepts over and over again, and that will just lead to more sales, more revenue for you in your business. And then there's also proof elements in this, and the proof is best for level 5 market level, right? Where you are just trying to get them to believe that you're not going to burn them. And one of the ways you can show them that is by sharing proof as many times as you possibly can. So the highest level of proof that you can share is proof that is very, very hard for you to fake. So the more harder it is for you to fake something, the more likely it is that people would believe that it is true. And the highest level of that is either you literally just show your bank statements, or you interview a customer, not via Zoom, in person, one-on-one, face-to-face. If you literally do that, you're going to have the highest level of proof. And she has many versions of this on her page. So you could literally just interview one of your clients or one one of your customers, have a one-to-one chat with them in person and record that and take the best snippets from that, put that on your Instagram and run that as an ad, and that would work really well for you as well if you have something set up that looks like that. So the highest level of proof, like I said, is proof that you can't fake. In-person interviews are the highest level, and if you have a lot of these, we're using them as ads to target this level 5 level people will be really good for you inside of your business too as well. And then when it comes to awareness levels, so when you're starting out, what we recommend for all our clients is to focus on solution aware markets. That's where you should start your ads from. But as you continue to scale, and as you continue to spend way more money on ads, you're going to need to enter into unaware markets, problem aware markets, have some product aware ads, and even most aware ads. So just to kind of break down all of these different layers for you. So unaware is the first one. They aren't even aware of the desire to want to solve their problems. They don't even know they have a problem to start with, right? Then problem aware ads are those who already know they have a problem to solve, but they don't know of any specific ways to solve the problem. And then solution aware is those who are already aware they have a problem. They know they have their solutions out there, so they're trying to decide which solution is best for them. Products aware, they're aware of your product, but they're not aware of everything that your product can do for them. And the most aware is they know your product, they know everything about it. They haven't just purchased from you yet. So you basically want to have ads for all of these different awareness levels when you're starting to scale a lot more. But when you're starting out, you want to basically have solution aware only ads. So you can notice this from our ads right now that she has a mix of all of this. For one of our ads, she has an ad where she talks about how 6 figures a year is no longer enough. That once you pay taxes, you pay your house rent, you pay all of these things, you pay your mortgage, you're basically left with $190 per month. And that's not enough. So that's an ad that is tailored towards an unaware market. So when someone watches that ad, it raises their awareness of the problem that they have. So they are more likely and more inclined to want a solution. And if you notice in all of these ads too as well, when she has these type of ads, she doesn't really talk about the solution as much because it's focused towards the unaware and problem aware. She allows them to go to the page to learn about the solution and then opt in for the webinar and so on and so forth. Whatever market you're targeting, whatever awareness level you're targeting is what will determine the things that you say in your ad and the things that you don't say. And we had a client one time where we were running solution aware ads, and we started to notice our cost was rising, and then we started running some problem aware ads in between all of that, and our cost started to go down for that client. So it just shows you awareness levels and sophistication. This thing right here is extremely important when you're running ads on social media. And then the final thing is her batch creation system. So I feel like she only films like once or twice a month at maximum. And how she does that, at least from our experience, is you have about 10 different hooks, maybe about 5 different bodies and about 2 CTAs. And this will literally give you about 100 ad variations that you can test. And then you can literally test all of these ad variations and find the ones that work and keep running them until you have to swap them out again the next month or until they stop converting pretty much. And then to squeeze more from the juice, you can now mix social media posts, B-rolls, snippets, images, and so on and so forth. So you're not constantly filming ads every single time. With these alone, you could literally be good to go and spend thousands of dollars a month on ads without having any issues whatsoever. And you can also use like your testimonial snippets where you interview someone and then you put that as an ad. You can use images, you can use purely B-roll ads, you can use your social media posts, you can take ads that are already performing and then add B-rolls to them, add background music to them, and so on and so forth. So that's basically it. If you found value in this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe. And also, if you want us to help you build an entire paid ad system that gets you leads and sales on autopilot, check the link in the description too as well for that. And yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.